There's a soft wind blowing in the fields today. There's a warm flush of light in the gray blue sky. There's a low song coming from the tree line yonder, and it's all before my very eyes. I can hear the melodies of the birds up above. I can watch the squirrels work, alas, I'm in love. The owl's snug and tight, getting ready for the night, and it's all before my very eyes. Huh? This isn't right. This isn't fair.
Hello, Pony. What's Pony wants with rabbit dinner? Come eat dinner too. I like Pony dinners. I hear delicious bunny appetizer.
A baby rabbit? What do I do? I can't run.
Dinners.
Move.
Hello, Pony.
Have to act. I'm paralyzed. It's all right.
Appetizer.
It's not intact. It's all right. It's not there. I won't let you harm this creature. You'll have to go through me first. I didn't know I had that in me. I just scared him off. You're a very inspiring little bunny. If you had not appeared, I might not have been able to do anything. You must be my guardian angel. Or I'm yours. I don't know which. You can just be my little angel.
Hello and welcome to the Blue Screen Bronies. We are here today with Meredith Sims, the voice of Twilight Sparkle and Fluttershy, and a few others like Derpy and Octavia, but no one cares about them.
I wouldn't say that.
Alright. My name is Draco, and where's my co-host today? Come on, Viral.
What are you talking about? Wait, what?
Speak up. Speak up. We're live. Come on. Come on. We're live. Anyway, Meredith Sims is the voice of Twilight Sparkle and Finding His Magic. She is the voice of Twilight Sparkle and Journey of the Spark, Fluttershy, and that little animatic that we just previewed. And am I forgetting anything?
I do Fluttershy for Silly Philly. That's my big Fluttershy thing right now.
Silly Philly? Oh.
Yeah, Silly Philly Studios. They just,
Okay.
I haven't done anything with Fluttershy for them yet, but something will be coming out very soon with Fluttershy in it, so, yes.
Very soon or soon?
Very soon. Probably in the next,
Oh, okay.
probably in the next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Now, we're going to go through general questions. This is your first interview. So if it gets too mundane and boring, you can slap viral for this. The co-host gets all the violence.
Of course, yes. Just place the blame on someone else.
Yes. Isn't it how people in leadership do it? No. No. But go ahead and viral and ask away. You're the one with the better questions than me. I just had the silly ones.
Okay. Well, you know what? I didn't want to ask it, but I'm just going to go ahead and ask the standard question. How
Go for it.
did you find out about, well, how did you become a brony?
How did I become a brony? Okay. Do you know the little website tool StumbleUpon?
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. So sophomore year, I was kind of addicted to StumbleUpon 2 years ago. And I was just clicking away one morning, and I got this video, and I've never played StarCraft either, so I don't know why I stopped. But it was like this video of StarCraft 2 mixed with ponies, and I guess it was like the trailer for StarCraft 2. And I stayed and watched the whole thing because I was like, oh my god, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. What is this? And I knew it was My Little Pony, but it didn't look like any My Little Pony I'd ever seen before. So I went, and curiosity got the better of me, and I Googled some My Little Pony stuff, and I found out what that was. And my roommate, of course, was on the other side of the room, kind of looking over at me like, what are you watching? And I was just kind of like, well, it looked cute. It was on StumbleUpon. I'm just gonna see what this is. And I watched the first episode, and then I think 3 days later I was done with the whole first season wasn't out. I think it was up to episode 22. So
Funny you mentioned that. That's actually my first foray into the ponydom.
What, the StarCraft video or episode 22?
The Ponycraft 1 video.
Yeah. That's what I got. And I was just like, what is this? It's adorable.
I'm gonna actually completely commit blasphemy here, but I have never seen this video. I don't know what video you're talking about. I'm kind of one of those bronies that just kind of came in late myself.
Mm-hmm.
I started halfway through season 2. You can blame my ex-girlfriend for this because she kind of like, oh, you gotta watch it, and then she turned on the Winter Wrap-Up episode, and I was instantly hooked.
Oh, Winter Wrap-Up is fantastic.
It was like, it's my favorite song. It really is.
Yeah.
But like, I became a brony officially when my gaming group decided to show me a whole bunch of episodes with like the Big Lebowski or the 42 reference or the Egghead's Guide to Running, the Benny Hill scenes, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like, I'm a total geek when it comes to that. So that stuff I notice first, and then the humor after that is just like bonus.
Yeah.
But I mean, everybody has a different and interesting how I became a brony story. Me, it's just like, oh, my ex-girlfriend showed me and I became addicted.
And see, I didn't really get into the brony culture until I tried out for Fighting Is Magic, because I was like, oh, okay, people like the show. They're boys. Okay, that's cool. Whatever. And then I didn't realize that there was this huge community until somebody linked me the Fighting Is Magic audition, and I was like, oh, that's a pretty awesome game. So I just tried it. I didn't think I was even gonna get close because I hadn't been voice acting for 2 years, and yeah. So because I mean, when I started voice acting, I had a terrible mic and no experience at all. So by that time, I was just like, you know what? I'll try out this one last time, and if I don't get it, then that's okay. I'll focus on other things.
So you said you had voice acted before this. Where at exactly? Was it like Newgrounds?
Well, no, it wasn't Newgrounds. It was mainly. I started when I found Christina V's YouTube account. This was before she got like super huge, and I was just like, I want to do that. That sounds awesome. So I went out and bought like a $15 Logitech headset. And this is how inexperienced I was. And I was like 15, so
Yeah.
I was kind of stupid. Uh, but I got on the Voice Acting Alliance and I tried out for a few things. I got a couple little parts, but nothing. I mean, and then I started focusing on getting into college and my writing and things like that. So
Yeah.
I just kind of slowed down on that. And then I picked it back up. So,
Oh, pardon me. Yeah, I mean, it's voice acting is not as easy as it perceives to be. I mean, it requires a lot of talent.
well, it requires a number of things, and it depends if you're mimicking, like how we have to do for Twilight Sparkle, Fluttershy, Pinkie Pie, all those things, or if you're voicing an original character. They're two completely different animals. And honestly, as much as I love voicing Twilight, voicing an original character is easier for me because I don't feel the pressure of having to mimic every single line. And I can come up with my own character. And I'm doing a couple of original characters for things like Legends of Equestria and stuff, but I haven't, mostly I've been doing mimic work. So I've gotten most of my practice through that.
Right. I mean, it's all about what you can do as an actor, but it has to do with somewhat of your equipment because you have you have to have a good mic. Now, see, I bought a good mic. I've got myself a Samsung condenser mic, a C01U. However, I have broken it over the years. The left receiver does not work.
Oh, no.
So everything I have to do, it goes through a mono audio repeater, so that way it sounds good coming out both ears.
Yeah.
But
Well,
getting started in this stuff is expensive, really, and I don't think people understand. If you want a good mic, there's a Yeti Pro, but that'll run you $287.
Well, I have a snowball. It works very well. I got that for Christmas last year. Before that, I was still using that $15 Logitech headset. So I actually, when I tried out for Twilight Sparkle and recorded her first lines for Fighting Is Magic, I was using that really awful headset, and I had to go in and fix a lot of things through Audacity just to make it usable audio.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt.
Yeah. So now that I have my lovely little snowball, I don't have to do hardly as much work.
All right. I'm going to rip off Dusty here and just say, next!
All right.
Got another question there, Viral?
No,
If not, I do.
most of my questions were actually covered.
Wow. Good job, Meredith.
Thank you.
Okay, I've got a couple. Where did you actually hear about the Fighting Is Magic casting call?
Oh goodness. Well, somebody linked me a demo of the Fighting Is Magic game, the one with the Applejacks fighting, the very first thing that they released. And I was looking through the comments, and then I suddenly saw a comment. It was like, they're auditioning for Twilight Sparkle in all capital letters. So how can I miss that? And I kind of thought for a second, I never thought I could do a good Twilight Sparkle because I had never practiced it before. I mean, I've gotten a lot better, but I knew I could do a good Fluttershy, so I went on the website looking to see if they needed a Fluttershy. And they didn't yet, but one of my friends in my dorm room was like, just do it. You should just do it. You have I mean, your voice kind of matches it, so you should just see if you can alter it just a little bit and do it. So I tried.
All right. Now, was that your first foray into the Friendship is Magic universe?
Yes. I had no idea what EQD was. I had no idea what anything was until I tried out for Fighting Is Magic and suddenly got, like, into all of the pony community.
Well, that is very, very interesting. I kind of knew about EQD. Didn't really go there that much because it had a whole bunch of fan fiction. And then I started getting into fan fiction. So.
Well, then it's perfect.
So, yeah. Woo!
Yay,
Story updates.
fan fiction.
And I got a few people at college that are just gonna kill me because like, you have time to read, you can proofread. I don't want to proofread. I gotta proofread enough of my stuff as it is. But it's funny because I've only voice acted on a few things, and Newgrounds,
Mhm.
mostly League of Legends animations kind of thing.
Yeah.
I haven't voice acted in years, just about a year about a year now. It's really bad, and my voice has lost its range. It really
Oh
has.
no.
So yeah, I mean, still get my crazy laughs, but I can't do the voices with them anymore. So
Well, you should try again. Practice. It's fun.
I'll try to when I get my Yeti Pro.
Oh yeah.
But what was your favorite audition?
My favorite audition.
Yeah, Pony or
Finding His
non-Pony
Magic
related.
was a fun audition. It was a stressful audition. I remember looking at the website like every day, hoping and hoping and hoping that somebody would email me. But my favorite audition, I don't know. That's really hard. I think Legends of Equestria was a fun audition for me, because I got to do some original character work on that, and I got to show off my range without mimicking Twilight Sparkle or Fluttershy. Um,
Okay.
Let me think. There's an audition. Silly Philly's working on something really big, not the thing I mentioned before, but something really big, and I actually wrote it. So I was auditioning for the main character, and she was so close to my heart because I wrote her, and I think that was one of the more fun auditions for me because I could give her a voice.
That is definitely interesting.
Yeah. I can't tell you anything about it, though. You have to wait till Canterlot Gardens when we premiere a trailer of it.
I will definitely be there.
Yeah. It's going to be on our panel on Saturday, so. Yeah, I can't tell you anything about it, but that was one of my favorite auditions because that was a character that I wanted to give a voice to more than anything.
Well, there's a lot to respect in that sense that you get to not only make up a character but give it its own voice, and you get to basically create that character from scratch and watch it grow up as you voice it, which is more interesting than just mimicking something.
Yeah.
In a lot of respects. Okay, so let's go ahead and just go ahead and plug some Silly Philly here. How long you been voicing with them?
Okay, well, Silly Philly was basically. Do you remember what Project Saturation was?
I do not.
Project Saturation was a project, and it came up probably December-ish of last year. So maybe you weren't as much around when that happened. But Project Saturation was going to be a movie, and a few things happened around the March-April time that unfortunately canceled the movie. A few things within some members of the team, but the rest of the members of the team came together, and we were like, we still want to work together because we have this really familial aspect with each other, and we didn't want the team to just break up. So we came up with Silly Philly Studios. And so I guess Silly Philly's been around since May? I want to say May. Maybe May.
I think May's right. I remember them popping up on YouTube.
Yeah, we put up our video in June. Our first video, Luna's Cutie Mark. So, and that was voiced by Jen and Hannah, who are our resident Celestia and Luna voice actresses.
Yes, I remember Jen because if I remember right, she did, I hate to say it like this, she redid some Princess Molessia comics around that time.
Favorite thing to do.
Princess Molessia, I mean. Yeah, they were just, it was hilarious for the most part. Just because, not only because JJ is funny, but Jen put a voice to a character we all try to put a voice to.
Yeah, Jen is fantastic with her Molestia voice, and we always have jokes about that and things like that. So, that's her favorite thing to do. But at least that's the thing that she puts up the most on her channel. So I assume that she likes doing it. But
That or she's just trying to make mindless Gonzo quit doing it.
She's just a brilliant Celestia in general. So,
Yeah.
and she's coming to Canterlot Gardens too. So
Maybe I'll have to get her autograph or something. I don't know.
it's-
Alongside of everybody else's I'm getting, including yours.
Oh,
Uh,
oh my goodness.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's not too far off now. I mean, just was it 3 weeks? Just under 3 weeks? Now?
Yeah, just under 3 weeks,
Wow.
I think. So
God.
got so much to do. Oh,
Don't flip out like Twilight and go crazy.
oh, I try my best. I do have her tendencies though if I'm coming close on a deadline for school. So I usually if I'm coming close on a deadline, I will literally cut off the rest of the world just so I can get it done.
Wow.
Uh,
Well, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do, but
Yeah.
Then there's the whole, you know.
at least I don't go like, "Oh, hi girls," like that. No. I don't do that.
Oh
funny.
my.
Oh my.
Oh God. I heard funny stories out of Everfree about someone playing a Psycho Twilight. I'm not sure if they're true or not. I'd have to have Final Draft confirm this or something, but yeah, I've heard a lot of stories about that come out of Everfree.
He
I
terrified.
don't remember that specifically. I know there was a 6 foot tall guy dressed up as punk rock Sweetie Belle.
Nice.
Yeah. That was Travis from
appreciate
the
it.
auction. Yeah, he's a guy that he wanted to auction off his suit, but he couldn't. So later in the auction, he put up his derpy, which had been signed by all the VAs, all
Oh,
the
it was
staff.
that guy? Yeah.
Yeah, and Tabitha derped her own name, so Derpy derped the derpy.
That thing must be worth tons.
It was sold for $660 to Jason at Cadriel One. I'm going to plug his name here right now. Who stood in line with him, knew how much it meant to him, and he gave it back immediately. And Jason become instantly famous, and he deserves to be so because that is the guy that every brony wants to be.
Yeah.
I mean, that right there is what bronies are, and he kind of like inspired me to donate to charity and stuff like that. So, I mean, it's something we all should do, and I think it's amazing that every con so far, every major con, we have, I say we collectively as bronies, we have raised, what is it, $10,000 at each con so far? About that, about $5,000 to
Everfree
$10,000.
was roughly 13,500.
Yeah, 13,500. Brony Con's about 10. I'm waiting to see what Caroline does because unfortunately, the one thing I hate about Caroline is that half goes to charity, half goes to the con, which I understand to a point, but I think 50% is a little bit too big of a chunk.
Yeah, I'm really not sure what's going on with the auction right now. So
Yeah, I'm going to reserve judgment because it might be really well ran. I don't know, but
we'll just have to see in 3 weeks.
yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, it's one of those things where I'm probably going to end up broke at the end of the night.
Oh, you have no idea. Everybody who's going, I'm just like, they post their stuff up in the Artist Alley section of the forum. I'm like, I want that, and I want that, and I want that.
Make it a shopping
There's a
list
guy
already.
doing canvas art, and it's beautiful art.
Really?
And I asked him how much it would be, and he was like, well, my paintings run from $20 to $400. And I was just like, knowing me, I'll want the one that's $400.
Oh man, I don't even imagine how much I'm going to spend.
Yeah. I don't want to think about it.
Poor Viral can't go, so.
Oh.
I already spent all my money every time I went past JJ's booth at Everfree.
You mean you actually got JJ's stuff? There's a lot of people that wanted that stuff, but he sold out way too soon.
I may have been the person that bought the Last Gamer Luna print on the first day.
Oh, see, now you just made enemies on the internet already. It's only our first day.
Well,
Now,
I
now, now I
hate
have
to
to find a new
please.
co-host. Now I have to
Oh,
find a new
dear.
co-host.
Am I gonna have to do the derpy line?
Go for it.
Why not?
No, no, you don't get the derpy line.
Okay, okay. Well, Meredith will give me a derpy line.
What do you want me to say?
I don't know. Surprise me. I don't know.
Okay. Do you want like the Fanon voice or the canon one? Because I've got my own voice for her that I love, but I know.
Yeah, give us both.
Give us both. Okay. I can't do the canon one, so it's going to sound terrible. I'm just warning you now. But like the canon one's like, I just don't know what went wrong, and the Fanon one that I do is more like,
I just don't know what went wrong.
Now, sorry to interject, but that sounds awfully similar to the other Fanon voice for
See, people
derpy,
say that.
which is Bald Dumbo Rat.
Yeah. People
Really?
say that. I'm not trying to do that, so. But if that's what makes it good.
Hey, mimicry is the best form of flattery or something.
Well,
I
I
forget.
came
Something
up with
along
my
those
derpy voice before I heard Bald Dumbo Rat, so I'm not trying to mimic her.
Okay, let's see here. When it comes to voice acting, do you feel like you want to give it your own flair, or do you want to kind of pay homage to the original voice actors when it comes to like Finding His Magic or Journey of the Spark?
Well, I think it's all about finding a healthy balance of both, because I think it's very important to pay homage to the actors, and try and capture what they have done with the show. And at the same time, if you focus entirely on imitation, you don't get that emotional quality and depth that you need to make the voice sound believable and sincere. So, as much as I want to sound like a perfect 100% imitation of Twilight Sparkle, I know that I'm not going to do that because I'm not Tara Strong. So I usually just focus. I put a lot of focus into sounding like Tara, but at the same time, I put a lot of focus into acting and making sure that the character is believable, even if it's not a 100% perfect imitation.
Oh, that's very. I guess I could say that's a very basic response because that's what most voice actors say.
Yeah.
Is that well, I'm not that person, so I try to put my own style on it. I mean, it's a very basic question. Most people say that. I mean, there's very few people that can imitate perfectly,
Mm-hmm.
and it's. I guess you could say it's a talent in itself.
Well, and I know some people. I know some people from a couple years back who do try and do a 100% imitation, and the problem is they're so focused on that they don't. And see, this is advice for anybody wanting to try voice acting too. If you keep focusing 100% on imitation, you're going to lose a lot through that. You're going to lose a lot of you're going to lose a lot of good lines, for one, because I know when I first started out, I was just focused entirely on imitation. I was throwing out some amazing lines I found out later because I was worried they didn't sound right. So you're going to just lose a lot of dramatic flair if you concentrate entirely on imitation, and it's going to end up sounding maybe even a little monotone.
Yeah, you definitely don't want that. That's the worst thing you can do. I mean,
Yeah, because they're so focused on imitating.
yeah. And imitation only gets you so far too. So I mean, it could be that one thing that costs you a job, or not really a job, just costs you a role basically in anything that you want to do.
Yeah. So plus, I mean, especially if you want to go into this professionally, people aren't looking for you to be perfect imitations unless Disney is hiring their new Mickey Mouse and he has to sound exactly right. Like people want you to be your own person. So
All right, I want to take a few seconds here and just we're gonna play the Journey of the Spark animation sneak peek that actually was previewed on Dusty's show.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And we'll talk about it just after. But this is something that interests me a lot, and I can't I can't wait to see this when it's fully
Cool.
fully animated.
Yeah.
Where am I?
All right, that was Journey of the Spark, little animation clip that they previewed on Dusty Cat's show on EFR. You can catch him on Mondays at I do believe it's 9 o'clock. I think, right? Eastern?
8 o'clock, I think. I'm not.
8 o'clock.
entirely
I'm
sure.
gonna look it up here real quick because I'm not entirely sure either because I have classes those days. um, Dusty Cat's a good guy. He really is.
He's so funny. I love him.
Just don't take us cheerily.
Never. Okay, Dusty Cat is Mondays at 8 o'clock Eastern.
Oh, I got it right.
Yes. All right, and that is on EFR, and his show is called Stay Burning, My Friends. I'm gonna go ahead and plug him real quick because he is an awesome guy. And I love Screwball. Screwball is nutty. I love him, especially when he just came out and went America. Oh man, I'd love to shake both of their hands just because of the Neil Armstrong video. Basically, the Neil Armstrong video was amazing. So the Journey of the Spark is a full-length movie. They are looking for a lot of help, from what I hear.
Oh yes, animators and artists especially.
Is there anything you could talk about that has been released so far?
Oh goodness. Okay, I have to try my best not to spoil anything because I have read the script and it's almost done. It's absolutely amazing. I can't even begin to describe to you how good it is. And it sounds, if I describe it to you, it might not sound like it's going to work. But the way it all fits together is so perfect. Like, okay, I think what I can describe is in the movie, Twilight does something that makes everyone turn their back on her. And it is something bad. And so she feels as though she needs to go. So the entire movie is based around, it's a journey film about her friends trying to go and get her back. And at the same time, she's trying, like, to get away. And, the place where she goes, I want to tell you where she goes, and I can't, and that bothers me, because the place where she goes is absolutely brilliant, and I love it.
Well, I mean, I don't want you to go too far, because I don't want it to, like, be like, oh, you're not working here anymore, because you spoiled it.
Right. That would kill me. But no, I think that's basically the general description that has been going around, so I think it's safe to say that.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, there's more stuff that's going to be shown at Midwestria from what I
They will be doing a panel at Midwestria with the final animation. That was not a complete animation, actually. It was just the test. Mm-hmm. They are fixing some things up, and they're going to be showing that animation clip again at Midwestria. And I'm not sure. I think they were going to try and animate the original animatic that was released as well, but I don't know if they had enough time to finish that.
I remember seeing the animatic on Dusty's show as well. I didn't grab that. Now, from what I did read, they were going to try to have a trailer for Everfree.
Yes. Next year at Everfree, they're going to try and have a trailer and some new footage. Right now, their focus, though, is finishing up the script and finding more animators and artists, because that's what we really need. We have voice actors, we have composers, and we have writers, and we have all of that. Somebody's even offered us their 40-piece orchestra to record all the music.
Oh
but
wow!
we need animators and artists. So we've got a few, but
Not enough for a 2 hour long movie.
not enough for a 2 hour and 15-minute long movie.
And before anybody, mentions in the stream or after, no, Jan Animations, aka Ask the Cutie Mark Crusaders, will not do it. He's already declined, and I understand why.
Yeah, I mean, he works on commission and it's a completely nonprofit project, so
Yeah,
that's the issue there.
yeah. From what I understand, he is actually like working off of that kind of stuff, which is good
Yeah.
because he's a good artist.
Yeah, I mean, he just can't afford to do a 2 hour movie for free, but we literally cannot take any donations or anything, or else we might get a cease and desist from Hasbro. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be, it's like Fighting Its Magic. It has to be completely nonprofit.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And go ahead.
Not to interject, but as far as show accurate animations, I could probably count on one hand how many there are that can actually match the show almost perfectly. So
Yeah.
that just
A
adds
lot of that,
difficult-
a lot of that has to do with puppet sets, I believe, though. I'm not entirely sure how the animation project works, but I think if you have a good puppet set, that at least, and a puppet, like, the figure of Twilight that they can make move and flash. But I think right now they're looking for anybody who has experience with Flash, who might be able to even be taught some things to bring it up to the show quality animation they want to achieve. Things like,
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, but it's for those of you that don't know what a puppet is. Basically, it's someone that has already drawn all the aspects of the character. They just need someone to animate it. And they did a whole bunch of puppet tests, I remember, on DeviantArt and YouTube, where they just put the characters through the motion. I remember there was a derpy puppet test even. I don't know why there was a derpy puppet test, but okay. So, you can't have an animation without derpy, just about.
Yeah. Yeah. And Derpy will be in the movie. I can't tell you how, but
It's okay.
I'm going to take a wild guess. The thing that makes everyone hate Twilight,
no.
Twilight fixes Derpy's eyes.
No. No.
Dang it.
But good try.
There goes my fan fiction.
Oh,
No.
Lord.
Yeah, it just with Jan Animations, when he did the Picture Perfect Pony animation, and Derpy had the Gurren Lagann sunglasses, I just immediately liked it.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go ahead and change up subjects here.
Okay.
You voice for Fighting Its Magic. What kind of games do you actually play?
Oh gosh, I'm going to sound like such a weirdo because I like fighting games. I'm not very good at them, so I don't play them as much because I'm really terrible at them. If anybody wants to show me a few things at Canterlot Gardens, I would be happy to take some tips, so I won't absolutely be horrid at the Fighting Is Magic game. But I play a lot of the casual games that most people would be like, ew, casual gamer. Like, I love Super Smash Brothers Brawl. I love, like, weird games like Katamari. I love that game to death. And I abuse my N64 like none other because I love my N64 games and I play them constantly.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. I mean, I've got things like Pokemon Snap and Snowboard Kids and things.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I was like 10, 11 when I had my N64 for the first time, so I wasn't getting the super, epic games. I wasn't very good at gaming back then. Nowadays, I get things more like Harvest Moon and Super Paper Mario is a lot of fun. I just started playing that again. Things like that. So, like, weird or casual or adventure games that people would normally balk at.
Well, the problem with fighting games for me is that they're all just like rehash. Because I grew up on Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat. It's just like, oh god, it's the same thing over and over again with just better graphics, and it's horrible. But then I started playing like Guilty Gear or BlazBlue, which is a harder type of fighting game.
See, I've played that one. When I was over in Australia, I had access to a Xbox 360 and a PS3, which I do not have access to here. So I got to play some better games like that, and I got to play games like Flower and stuff that I'm addicted to, and I miss playing Flower so much. I love Flower. It's so weird. And do you know what Flower is? Or
I have no idea, but I have played Viva Pinata.
oh, Flower's like an artsy indie game where you play a flower petal and you go around and you collect more flower petals in the breeze, and it's very calming. It doesn't really have a story. It's just kind of like you're a flower petal and you fly around in the wind.
It's not rage-inducing like most fighting games are.
Yeah, it's very calming. So,
well, you're going to be at Caroline Gardens. You voice in Fighting is Magic, and Christina V is going to be there. Do you play Skullgirls at all?
I played Skullgirls when I was over in Australia. Like I said, I had the access to it, and I literally only got Skullgirls because Christina V was in it. Christina V was the one who inspired me to go into voice acting, so I kind of am a fangirl of her. I met her. She came to Australia for a pop culture convention. I was actually there, so I got to meet her, and I was trying so hard not to freak out and be like a normal person. So I was like, I know you. I've known you since I was 15. Please like me.
That's so cute.
Don't think I'm weird. And she's coming to Caroline Gardens, and Rena knows her personally. And I was talking to Rena, and I was like, Christina V is going, and I have to act normal. I don't know how I'm going to do this. And she's like, I'll introduce you if you want. And I was just kind of like, oh, God. You just made it harder.
That's Rena Chan right there. That's Rena.
She's so nice.
But she'll do things that are unexpected, like, oh, I'll introduce you, because, like, she did something like that for Kerberfer.
Yeah.
Can't remember the details. I'd have to go back too far in Kerberfer's history on Newgrounds to even find it. But I just remember, like, a whole bunch of stuff. I've been not really a fan, but I just kind of followed her since Brawl Taunts that you was it Brawl Taunts they didn't want you to hear or something like that? I can't remember.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's one of the first animations I actually watched on Newgrounds. And I didn't know that Kerberfer did some of the animation for it. Did you? Skullgirls. It was just yeah.
Well, I didn't know that.
It was it. And that's what I read on his Newgrounds, at least. I don't know if he's credited anymore or not, but Chris Niosi, I guess. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. But yeah, I mean, just.
Well, and yeah, she did the same thing. Like, when I found out Mando Pony was going, I was like, oh my God, I love Mando Pony's music so much. She was like, I'll introduce you if you want. I was like, oh my God, how many people are you going to introduce me to that I have to act normal around and not be like, you're in front of me and I love your music and please don't think I'm weird.
For Mando Pony, all you have to do is go get a head massager and you'll instantly be his best friend.
A head massager?
Best friend, huh? I don't think she's that much of an internet noob she hasn't seen the video.
Which one?
Michelle Creeber tortures the heck out of him.
I don't think I've seen that, actually.
Oh, just go on Mando's YouTube channel and you'll find it.
Oh, I'll look for it.
It's the one that says genuinely terrified on it.
No, I just want to say hi to him because I love his music so much. So I just want to say hi.
He's an awesome guy. He really is.
Yeah.
I haven't
so
met him in person, but yeah, like if you really want to get on his, I guess you could say good side, you can just have like Mike the microphone take you up to him.
Oh no, I love Mike.
They're OTP.
I want Mike to come.
Oh.
Ever since Epic Pony Rap Battles, I owe him a hug. So.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to prepare because if Mike comes, we had a plan to put Final Draft in a tutu and dance to Shake Your Groove thing.
That will be enjoyable.
That would be awesome. And if EQI catches it on video, I will never be able to live it down. Ever.
Oh, you know they're gonna do it.
Oh, I know they are, because I've talked to Tech Rat. He says if he sees me in a tutu, he's following me around with a camera. if he goes.
Yeah.
So.
Well, there you
I'm
go.
just kidding. I'm kidding. Tech Rat
Remind
didn't
me
say that.
why I wanted to start a podcast with you.
Because I'm crazy like Pinkie Pie.
Ah.
And hyper at 10. I'm sorry, it's 11:30 now in the morning.
So he's the Pinky, and you're the Twilight. Pretty much.
And
Wait, what? I can't. do
actually,
that
I would
voice.
say viral's more like Cranky Doodle Donkey.
Oh.
No,
Aw.
I cannot do the Rhinox voice. Sorry, not happening.
Well, it kind of fits if you're the Pinkie Pie.
But I mean, it could be worse. I mean, from the Twitter discussion that happened between all the musicians on Twitter after Everfree, I said, well, we had the BronyCon fire, we had Everfree disease.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we're gonna have the Kennerlot flood and the EQLA riots.
Oh gosh.
And what was it? The Midwestria tornadoes?
The Midwestern tornadoes. Yes, we came up with that one. What was that, last night?
So what would Bernie Fanfare
Probably.
get? Heat wave?
It's just freaking
Stampede.
hot.
Stampede.
Stampede?
I could go drive up there right now and see what's
Bunny
going
Stampede.
Yeah, the Brony Stampede. Let's see here. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about? Is there anything you wanted to plug or just kind of like announce at all?
Well, honestly, the biggest projects in my life right now are the Silly Philly projects. So just keep an eye out for those, because the one that's coming out in the coming weeks and the one that's coming out in the holiday season, I really think that people are going to like them.
Really?
Yeah. So I have a lot of faith in the holiday project, and it's not because I wrote it. I promise. It's because it's special. I don't know. It's special. So just keep an eye out for that.
Well, I mean, it's probably going to be a lot of fun. I know nothing about this. I have never seen this before. So, to me, it's fresh, new content, and I look forward to seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
Viral, is there anything you wanted to add?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Okay. Well, if you if you figure out anything, you can always just ask. Step up and ask. Like a man. Yeah. Yeah. Come on, be like Snowflake.
I'm sorry.
Oh gosh.
You got two Fluttershies in here. One must be a changeling.
It isn't me, I swear.
Oh, this is so much fun. But I don't know why you think that you're not such a big star, because you are part of major projects in the fandom, and I really have to say shame on EFR for not bringing you in.
I'm just humbled to be a part of those projects in general. Oh, I did get into Moonstuck, the dub, the other day
Really?
too. So yeah,
Wait,
that's
what?
another thing to look up.
Oh,
The Moonstuck dub.
I must
with,
clap.
PJ Emma. I'm gonna play the Sea Pony Queen and the eel.
Okay, instant fan alert. I'm just telling you that right now, because Moonstuck is highly popular.
Yeah. I'm very excited to play. Especially, I'm excited to play the eel. I didn't even try out for the eel. The eel was not on the list of characters, and he was like, "Oh, by the way, would you play the eel?" And I was just like, "What do I have to do?" He goes,
Right, now I'm gonna have to
"Make
go
some
read it
cute
again.
noises." You know, the eels that when Wuna makes a little car out of clams and she makes the eels into the wheels.
Okay.
Oh dear
I
God.
have to admit I haven't read that far yet, so
Oh yeah.
You've
I
got
will.
a ways to go from the beginning to get to that.
Yeah, I
Yeah, you
know.
do. It'll take a while, but it's
It
fun.
could be worse. I could start over an 8-bit theater from Comic 1 and read all 5,000.
No, you'll be here till you have grandkids.
Oh well.
Yeah. No, that's probably not. He told me it's probably not going to even come to recording time for that until October. But I'm excited to be a part of it. So,
Well, that's good to hear at least.
yeah.
So you're constantly getting new projects. I have to ask, do you have enough time for schoolwork?
Oh, Lord. Schoolwork is I'm lucky this year because I only had 12 hours this semester. So
Okay.
and a lot of it is it's all writing classes. I'm a creative writing major. So I'm taking game writing, I'm taking screenwriting, and I'm taking publishing. Um and then what my senior capstone project is what I'm most worried about right now because I'm writing a novel. So I'm trying to balance time between voice work and writing my novel.
Wow.
But it's coming together, and I'm also entering a team. I've been working on this since freshman year. Disney has an Imagineering competition, and we're entering something in that too. So it's kind of like 5 or 6 different things all on me at once. But
Oh, I hear you.
yeah, but you know what? It's all good. I enjoy being busy. So
Oh, that's good.
yeah.
That's good. I mean, I'm kind of one of those people that just kind of like had to force myself to be busy because I'm one of those laid back people. So like starting a podcast for me, I was like, oh god, just chop my leg off now, kind of thing. But you know, I love it. I love it. It's not bad. I've done production work before. I've done radio work, so it's not bad at all.
Mm-hmm.
It could be worse. I mean, I could be full on for this con right now, and that probably would take up all of my time from here until next October. All of
Yeah.
it, because there is. And I really want people to understand that. Or like, oh, let's go start a con. No, no, you have no idea how much insurance paperwork you have to sign. I do. I got it in the mail. It came. It was like a book. It was like, oh my god, and you got to read it because you have to know.
Oh yeah. If you want to start a con, it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of.
Oh god.
Yeah,
It's,
I wouldn't even want to try. I think it'd be, I, I don't think I would be very good at it. Um, but you know, there are people who are good at it, and because of them, I get to go and have a fun weekend. So
yeah, yes, and one coming up here soon. And
yeah,
actually, are you going to Midwestria next week?
I wish I was, but that's my birthday weekend and
Oh,
family first. My birthday's September 14th, so I'm.
well, happy early birthday!
Thank you. I am going down and spending some time with my family, especially since I was gone for, gosh, 6 or 7 months in Australia. So, yeah, family time. But I'm cheering on my Journey of the Spark friends and everybody who's going to Midwestria from the internet. So,
Well, you also have another group to cheer on there, the Hoosier Who's Brony Society.
oh yes, I'm a part of them. Hoosier Hooves. And I'm not sure if anybody from my school is going up there or not. I don't think they are, but if they are, then yay, Ball State Bronies, go for it.
You can always cheer on. Never hurts.
Yeah,
I do know that was it we have a panel going on up there or something about something about the race.
we have a panel going on about the race.
Yeah, there's like a race or something like a marathon or 5K.
Oh,
walk or something.
there is some kind of running of the leaves going on up there, I think, to benefit a charity for therapeutic horses. Like, you know, horses that help in physical therapy and things like that. I think that's the charity that they're running for. But
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's a local charity for horses. Okay. Yeah, I'm just looking up on their programming right now.
yeah, I wish I knew more about Midwestria since it's so close to where I am. It's just I automatically knew when they chose the weekend that I wouldn't be able to go. So
Well, you can't help it. Your birthday was right there.
I can't help for being born. No.
Well, actually, you couldn't because you weren't born yet, so you couldn't stop it. So,
True.
but it could be worse. I mean, I have to either come up with a good excuse to start driving out to LA for EQLA or whatnot because unfortunately for me, my birthday isn't my own. I have a birthday with my father. So.
Oh dear. See, I want to go to EQLA too. I'm just afraid I won't have the money. So, yeah. I mean, it's the flight that's the problem. Rena invited me to be on the voice panel there. It's so much money.
Yeah.
And it's a 2-day con now, so it's a little bit more worth the money to get out there. I just don't know if I'll have the money to do a plane flight. I think the hotel I would be fine on. I know the hotels in the area because I'm a Disneyland nut. So,
Yeah.
I was just there last July by the convention center at Disneyland. So I know I could get a cheap hotel. It's just the flight's the problem.
The hotels are usually really, really expensive though around that area.
They are if you stay on. Just advice for EQLA people: if you're going and you're staying in a hotel, don't stay on Harbor Boulevard because those are the expensive hotels and they're not as nice. If you stay a few blocks down, you'll find a much cheaper hotel that's a lot nicer.
Yeah, there's what was the prices I was looking at? I was looking at maybe about $230 a night.
What hotel were you looking at?
There was a what was it? It was a Hilton 20 miles away.
Well, there's your problem.
20 miles away. Look for something close to Disneyland, but not so close it's on Harbor Boulevard because they need to be cheap so that people will come and try and stay at them and not Harbor Boulevard. So they get cheaper that way. Harbor Boulevard is the road across from Disneyland, and a lot of people stay there because it's within walking distance.
And unfortunately for us being here in Indiana, it's almost the same amount to actually I think it might be cheaper to get a plane ticket from Indianapolis Airport to LA.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's what oh god, it's a 3-day drive.
Yeah, it's probably the plane would be about $350. So I have to see if I can even raise that much money before I go.
You could always do commissions and do like ringtone commissions and stuff like that.
No, I don't like charging for voice work because it's just something I like to do. So I would never do that to somebody, but.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. It's just something that I'm a little iffy on. I don't want to charge people for ringtones when I can just be like, oh, okay, and just say it and be done. But.
All right, so we got Carolina Gardens.
Mm-hmm.
We have Midwestria. We have a whole bunch of other cons coming up. Everfree is coming up again. I do remember them saying it was going to be less than a year. I'm not sure
July
exactly.
July 5th through the 7th, I think.
Yeah. And then BronyCon 2013 is going to be later in the year, from what I heard. So that's going to be different.
Yeah, and see that's where I'm almost wondering if I just need to save up and be more realistic and save up for Everfree or BronyCon and choose one, because that's more time for me to save. But
well, unfortunate for us, it's the same price to go either way.
Yeah, either way, it's expensive.
It's more expensive for us to go out east, even though it's shorter than it is to go out west.
You were born in the wrong place.
Whole bunch of corn.
Corn and pigs and race cars and basketball.
And every once in a while in the spring, a bike race.
Yeah.
The Little 500, if anybody doesn't know, it's a really good bike race. It's just, I don't feel like standing around in the heat watching people
ride bikes.
Race on bikes.
See, that's how I feel about the Indy 500. I don't feel like going out and watching people drive cars and get drunk.
Okay, since this is a gaming podcast and all, is there any games that you're looking forward to at all?
Ooh, honestly, I haven't had as much time for games and as much as I would like. And the games that I want to play really badly, that normally, like, the excitement would be looking forward to something, it's actually games that I've played before that I want to get again, like Psychonauts.
Ooh.
I need to get that again. I miss that game like crazy. I think as I get farther along in my game writing class, because oh my goodness, there are some gamers in there, I will find out more about different games that I might want to play. I'm interested in seeing what the Wii U is going to be like. I'm not too sure what altogether that's going to entail. I would love to get something like a PS3 or an Xbox 360 so I could play games that more of my friends are playing, but I just don't have the money to do that. So.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. I mean, it could be like starting off fresh as a release and having to buy everything and spend like $400 or $500. Now you can only spend like $200 on consoles.
Yeah,
So.
but you wouldn't believe. Oh my goodness, we think it's expensive here. If you go to Australia, I feel so sorry for you Australians that you have to pay as much as you do. A new video game over there is like $120.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember I used to watch Yahtzee all the time. He was talking about like, oh, you Americans cry and cry because you spend $50. I have to spend $100. Wait, actually, I don't have to spend anything because I get it for free. But
yeah, it's ridiculous over there that they had to spend that much money.
Their ESRB ratings are ridiculous in comparison to what we have over in the States.
Too much violence? Nope, game isn't released.
Yeah.
Oh god, I mean, like, seriously?
Ban World of Warcraft or something like that?
I don't know. I don't know about that. I know China did.
No, they didn't ban World of Warcraft. But they have banned games before.
They banned GTA.
Yeah, they did ban that.
Everybody's tried to do that.
Yeah.
I remember that. The only people I know that actually banned World of Warcraft was China, and that was because of the whole Wrath of the Lich King. There's a whole bunch of undead kind of thing. Because, you know, they respect the dead and all that stuff. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh, well. But, you know,
so, yeah.
Wii U. The Wii U.
Yeah.
You brought that up. I just have to rant a little bit. I don't like gimmicks. I hate gimmicks like that. It's so stupid. Yeah, I understand they're trying to be like, oh, the Wii is now your Game Boy. No. If I wanted a Game Boy, I'd buy a Game Boy.
See, and that's why I'm a little unsure on it. I don't really care as much about what they're doing with the console. I just want a good game. And I'm not going to be buying it if there aren't any good games to go with it. So I'll just have to see what games are coming out. Because it's like the 3DS. Like, I'd love to get the 3DS. There are some games I would play. But I don't have the money to get that right now, and there aren't enough good games to make it worth my time.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Now let's wrap this up with some pony talk here. Favorite pony?
Fluttershy.
Really?
Yes.
Yay.
Followed by Derpy, very closely by Derpy. I love my Derpy. And then favorite background pony would be Roseluck.
Man, you really
not
do have
heard anyone ever say Rose.
I love Rose. She's beautiful. And I love Lightning Bolt too, but nobody ever knows who Lightning Bolt is.
To be honest with you, I had to look it up.
Lightning Bolt? Yeah, she's that really
Bolt.
pretty white Pegasus with the blue mane who flies around in the opening. I love her. But, you know, she's never had anything done.
Well, then again, they have Big Mac, you know, dressed up like that 3-horseshoed brown colt, too, so.
Very true.
Caramel.
Yeah,
Caramel.
Yeah, that's it. Oh, man. Man, mine has to be Luna. And followed by Photo Finish, because I love that accent. I love it.
Yeah.
Now,
I just really love Tabitha's work, really, to be honest with you.
Tabitha's amazing no matter what she does. So.
She really needs to get on Twitter. She really does. Just, oh, man.
I'm afraid if she gets on Twitter, people will scare her.
I think she's more of afraid of scaring us. From the reaction she had at Everfree.
we can handle Stephen Andrews and Tara Strong. I think we can handle Tabitha.
Oh, God. Stephen Andrews, Heatwave, Chaotic Harmony, Final Draft. When those people get together, it's just the puns. The puns. The puns. It's horrible. I love Stephen Andrews and all that stuff. I think he's got a sharp wit, but he's inspiring too many people to do puns.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. But okay, so you got your favorite ponies.
Yes.
What was your favorite episode?
That's a really hard question because I love a lot of episodes. Honestly, the one that always sticks true in my heart and my mind is Sweet and Elite.
Oh,
I love that episode. I love Rarity. She's awesome. I let me think. I like the episode Applebuck season for a special reason because when I was over in Australia, that was one of they play My Little Pony on Boomerang, but they played
Boomerang?
Applebuck season like almost every day, and that was the episode that my boyfriend's little brother Sebastian, he loved to watch that with me. So that episode we always watched together.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
Now-
there's a lot of good episodes though.
Oh yeah.
I have one question.
Hmm?
In regards to Pony, you say that you knew of the show. I believe this was when we were talking earlier before the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Have you actually, or did you watch any of the earlier generations when you were younger? I know Draco and I probably didn't.
Well, I didn't, but I knew about them because my my older sister was a pure 80s child, so she grew up with the My Little Pony. I grew up more with Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, Hey Arnold, Rugrats. I grew up more with those. And they didn't really play My Little Pony on any channel that I could find. So I just never even saw My Little Pony when I was little.
If anybody doesn't know, I'm going to quickly explain actually the reason behind that. A lot of the cable companies in Indiana are not allowed to show some shows, which is weird if you think about it. You have to get satellite TV to get shows not usually seen in Indiana. Like, I'll notice this: Comcast cannot show certain stuff on their anime. There's a anime network on there. Can't remember exactly what it's called. I think it's actually called Anime Nation or Anime Network. I can't remember.
I don't know. I don't have the Premier Comcast.
But they're not allowed to show some stuff like Akira or anything with excessive violence, gore, or nudity. Not allowed to show it because of Indiana state laws. My Little Pony wasn't actually on our TVs. It wasn't.
Yes, because it was so full of excessive violence and blood, and I actually
Now,
don't
what
know why.
time
No.
frame, though?
It wasn't. See, I'm 27 or almost 27,
Mhm.
and I've watched cartoons ranging from Thundar to Barbarian, SWAT Cats.
See, so
Sailor
you
Moon,
grew
stuff
up
like
in the
that.
age where it would show up.
Yeah, see, I grew up in the age where it showed up, and I never saw it. It just was not on.
I will say I did check out when I was little. I checked out episodes of Rainbow Bright, but that was probably the only '80s thing that.
And before anybody gets on me for watching Sailor Moon, I'm sorry, but it came on at 6. Mega Man came on at 6:30. I got up at 5:30. So I was bored. It was 5:30 in the morning, still dark out before school. I'm watching TV.
Here's the thing. Almost everybody in this fandom has probably at some point watched a ton of Sailor Moon.
You know, to be honest with you, I started getting hooked to the storyline about halfway through it.
Yeah.
The English version didn't go as far as the Japanese version, so
Yes, because I have actually seen the Japanese ending to the series. There's no way that's getting past the censors.
no, no. I mean, it's kind of like oh boy, and you know, I equate this with, and I don't know why Saberspark didn't do this in his documentary. Why didn't he take the show of the time that matched My Little Pony at the time? Remember Gen 1 with the... Oh god, what was the enemy's name again?
Tyrak.
Smooth? Oh no.
Smooth
Tyrak.
was the movie villain.
Oh, okay.
Lord Smooze.
Shows how much I know. The most I know is the Sea Pony song. So.
Lord, all hail Lord Smooze. No, it's... Why didn't he compare that to Dungeons and Dragons? It is basically the same thing.
Except
mean-
with ponies.
I mean, seriously, it really is almost the same thing. Uh, because you got a lot. There's a couple voice actors from Dungeons and Dragons that I saw that were in the My Little Pony season one. So I mean, I think it was just more like the villains. I can't remember the exact names. I'm bad with names. I'm horrible with them. So it's one of those things where just like it'd been nice to compare those two because yeah, a straight male audience, preferably, I guess you could say, that they're aiming for in Dungeons and Dragons, and then you get the female audience that they're aiming for in My Little Pony, and they're almost exactly the same, except one's got ponies and one's got dragons with swords and magic.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, Dungeons and Dragons, from what I've seen of the cartoon, was not really aimed at selling anything because the
Yeah, it
cartoon
was.
was aimed at the, well, if you think about it, it was aimed at the younger audience. Dungeons and Dragons is probably going to be played by an older audience, whereas the My Little Pony was a 30-minute commercial. Period.
Actually, the My Little Pony movies were I think what, an hour
If I remember
for the
correctly,
premieres.
the G1 movie was an hour exactly.
Okay. I mean, it wasn't awful, and it was right up there with the production quality of Dungeons and Dragons. And a lot of people give Dungeons and Dragons a lot of flack because of how old it is.
Mm-hmm.
But seriously, that's good production quality.
Have they watched the Legend of Zelda cartoon?
Oh God, no, no, no. If you want to see really good production quality, like lifelike animation, go watch Thundar. There's a lot of lifelike movements in that, and that's something I want to see more of. It's just like these choppy animations I see on Newgrounds and whatnot. People can do better. I mean, it's seriously just weird. Okay, um, there's a ton of pony games out there. Some of them good, some of them bad. I've reviewed a few of them. Have you played any, Meredith?
Pony games? Well, I played a few. The ones that I can think of the most, I did a voice for one called Super Derpy Muffin Attack. I think that was the name of it. So I played that one just to test it.
Okay.
I have Pinky Jump on my phone, which I play during class if literally nothing else is going on. It's like this little phone game where Pinky jumps from cloud to cloud, and you have to tilt your phone to.
Why, oh why did I get an iPhone? I cannot play any of these pony games.
Pinky Jump isn't on the iPhone? That's surprising.
Most of these games probably run on Flash, so... And you had to go through the App Store, all that shenanigans.
Well, sucks to be you, but Pinky Jump reminds me of an old game called Ice Tower, and it's pretty addicting.
Yeah.
Because you're just like, oh, I gotta get higher. I gotta get higher.
No, I love Pinky Jump. It's awesome.
I actually love Cider Attack.
Oh, I've done Cider Attack. Cider Attack's fun.
It's addicting.
Yeah, it is, but I'm horrible at it.
Oh, I love it. There's just the fetal quirks of the impossible patterns that they put in there for the apples to catch them.
Yeah.
Some of them are impossible to get, and I've literally tried. And it's either impossible or just skill level Asian. I don't know.
Yeah.
But another one that I truly, truly like and I want to see more of is the Canterlot Siege game, which is a tower defense.
I don't think I've played that one.
Oh, it's fun. I haven't beat it yet. If you do the advance, the end boss is Discord, and he is freaking hard. Viral watched me play. I live streamed it once. I had, what was it, 13 rarities, which are basically sniper towers.
Yeah.
Didn't kill him. Didn't kill him.
I think you got into, what, 10 health or something? Although, that is something I want to see more in tower defense games, because I have StarCraft 2. There are a ton of tower defense games in the arcade. A lot of them really good. But what they usually don't have is, if they have a boss, all it does is just run by with a ton of health. Discord in this one, actually, he disables your towers. He, not trying to spawn or spoil everything, but he throws the boss conventions of tower defense games out the window.
Yeah, the funny thing is Discord will go to the middle of the screen, he'll turn everything into like rave lights, like everything will go like purple, green, yellow, and just like start flashing as he dances. in the middle of the screen, then he'll go down to the bottom left-hand corner and grab part of the heads-up display, and he'll chuck it at the ponies, and he'll chuck it at a random pony, and any pony in an area will get stoned. They will turn to stone.
Mm-hmm.
So they'll become useless for the rest of the game.
Huh.
It's the last boss. It's 50 waves on the advanced, and it's actually pretty interesting. There's some it's okay music. It gets repetitive after a while. You can turn it off with M, and the sounds get very annoying after a while if you use a lot of Pinkie Pies or Apple Jacks. So you can turn that off with S. So that's actually pretty good. There's a lot of games that don't let you turn off music or sound, and there's a lot of games that just have basic functionality controls, and it's something I like to see more of. Just better made games.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just a real lack of that.
Mm-hmm.
What would you like to see made into a pony game?
Oh man. There really aren't many games with rarity in them. I would like to see a rarity game, honestly. Rarity doesn't get enough love. She really doesn't.
There is a 2D side-scroller shooter. I think it's called Gem Hunt.
Oh, is there?
That actually features rarity, and there's actually a special code that you can actually unlock Twilight.
Hmm. Well, yeah, because I like rarity. Like, I can't. She's not my favorite, but she's certainly not my least favorite. And she's just got some special stuff about her, and not many people focus on her that much. So, I'd like to see more with rarity overall.
There we go, game makers.
And I'd like to see. Honestly, I would like to see a game based on the Gala. I would love to see that. I've never seen a game based on the Gala, especially Fluttershy's like Rage Attack. I would love to see that.
Dance Dance Revolution.
Like maybe
Pony Gala.
a game where Fluttershy has to try and chase the animals. That would be fun.
We can make it like Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, we can make it like Metal Gear Solid, except what was it? Galloping Gala Fluttershy or something.
You're playing as the animals trying to avoid Fluttershy.
And if you get stuck in her rage yell, then you're frozen for 10 seconds out of fear.
Oh, no. There we go. Slender Pony mod.
Oh, no. No. I would never play that. That would scare me way too much.
Yeah, I've already talked to her about my costume idea, and I'm not allowed to go near her at Canterlot Gardens.
No, not if he dresses up like that. I can't do it.
What? Slender Man needs love too.
No.
He only wants hugs.
No, he wants more than that, and no.
Hugs in your soul.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Nah.
You're not using it right now.
Bell, problem solved. Anyway, moving on.
Okay, what can what kind of things do you want to see from the Brony fandom here in the near future?
Well, I mean, I would just like to keep seeing it going the way it's going. There's a lot of content coming out right now, especially original projects. It's interesting because I think we're getting to the point where now, I remember last year when somebody made something with an OC, it was instantly disliked and deemed a Mary Sue, and nobody wanted to see it. Now I'm seeing projects pop up where there are OCs in the projects. Pony Days is having auditions for original characters, and then Children of the Night has some original foals in it. And one of the projects that I'm doing on Silly Philly is going to have some original characters in it, the big one. And I think it's getting to the point where we're able to make good OCs and we're able to make really original content. I would like to see things keep going that way.
And to jump in on that aspect, as far as the OCs go, people are probably also realizing that they are a really good way to avoid any type of copyright infringement as well.
I mean, at the same time, a lot of the projects that are using OCs right now are still using canon characters, but I think it will be very interesting to see what happens when we start doing more with purely original characters. Like, I would love to see that. And two, for voice actors, not only does that open things up for more people to try their hand at it, it's not just mimicry work again. So we can have our own take on different things. That's why I know like a lot of voice actors have been taking on background characters with no voice right now. Like Rena does Colgate. I want to try a background character too. I haven't decided which one yet. I would fit best, but um, it's just a lot of fun to be able to give your own original voice to something.
Wait, didn't Colgate have a voice during the wedding episode though?
She said, like, I like it.
Yeah, she said something, but she didn't say enough that you can't take your own original take on it. I would love to voice Rose. I'm just afraid that she does have a set voice, or she is really she has two voices. So
It's not like Bon Bon where she has a different voice. Or
I didn't put those in my bag.
Not to jump in or anything, but in regards to only having, say, one line in regards to Colgate and Lyra, that didn't stop anybody from the explosion that was Wuna.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God. Don't even mention. You know what the. I remember this. I remember this because it was a fight for weeks. And there were so many YouTube videos, and there were so many DeviantArts and Tumblr posts. What Vinyl Scratch's eye color really was.
Oh, I remember that.
Oh my God.
And Sibsy had to settle the argument on that one, Sabrina Alberghetti.
Actually, someone beat Sibsy to the punch. It was a YouTube post that like people just generally ignored. And this guy played with a whole bunch of colors, and he said this is what this is what her colors are. It's magenta. It's not.
Yes,
it's like a magenta burgundy.
Counter argument people kept trying to use was if they were going off of the show, it was a nighttime scene. But yeah,
but the lighting was too good.
It was definitely magenta though. It was definitely like there's no way it would have been the bright ruby red that people have been using.
Yeah, Sibsy settled the argument because she's on the show.
Yeah, she would know.
But that guy definitely beat her to the punch. Just no one's like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Internet.
There are still some people that refuse to accept things.
There's people that think we didn't go to the moon and Neil Armstrong went to the grave knowing that he did. So yeah.
Anyway,
People are gonna think what they're gonna think. It's okay.
Yeah.
We go on with our own lives and we have fun.
Now, I want to see more people get into the pony fandom from a celebrity point of view. Like we have Andrew WK, we have Seth Green.
Lady Gaga.
Yeah. Oh.
Though I don't know if Lady Gaga's actually a brony or if she just wore that necklace because it was weird and quirky like she is and she wants to try and keep up that image.
She wore a suit made out of meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know what her stance is on the fandom, but I mean, there are a lot of celebrity bronies out there.
Yeah. I would love to see John DiMaggio come out as a brony. That would just be awesome.
He's coming to a pony convention. He might be.
I know. Yeah, but they wanted to be more of an internet convention. I was like, okay.
Right. Well, what they're doing is they're bringing all of those non-pony voice actors and they're making them read a pony script. That's why they're doing it.
Oh, that's just.
Oh God.
That smells of disaster to me. But
that's how they announced it. They're gonna have a panel where all the non-pony voice actors read a script in their original characters' voices.
You know, to be honest with you, after the Comic-Con radio play for Star Wars, I look forward to this. I do.
Yeah. Because
Tara Strong voiced Darth Vader with bubbles.
Well, I mean, I don't know. That's just what I remember reading from the press release. So I'm not sure if they're doing anything else other than what they said in the press release. But, yeah.
Jeez. I look forward to this. This is going to be awesome. I'm going to catch this on video and upload it the night. Oh, Lord. This is going to be fun. But yeah. So, like, is there like anything else you have planned that you auditioned for that you can talk about, or that that you want to audition for, and maybe want to spotlight?
Right now, a lot of my work has been going towards my original animation demo, which I wanted to have ready before the convention. So I haven't been auditioning as much in the past couple weeks. But, I did audition for Children of the Night. I did not get the role, but one of my good friends did. So, I mean, Children of the Night, it's going to be even better now that she's voicing it. And I'm sure everybody knows, at least most everybody knows what that is, and they're going to watch it anyway. But for people who don't know what Children of the Night is, look it up, because it's going to be fantastic. Yeah. And yeah, I haven't auditioned for as much lately just because I've been so focused on getting my demo done.
Well, it doesn't help that you have college to focus on too, so
yeah,
you've got a lot of work ahead of you.
Yeah, I've got like some things on the weekdays that I have to go to, and they're called class, and I don't really understand, but you know.
Outside is so hot and muggy and sunshine, and
it's
inside's so nice.
No, I love going out. There's a little courtyard in my dorm, and I go out there and I read. But
oh, you got one of those fancy dorms, huh?
Oh, I'm in a really fancy dorm. So, yeah. Yay! But yeah. So I mean, you know, class and that too. But I want to try out for as much as I can still with class going on. So probably after Canterlot Gardens, I'll focus more towards auditioning again.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to reveal your Facebook because that would be weird.
Yeah, I don't really have a professional Facebook, just me.
Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and let you just plug where we can actually contact you if there's anything that people need. Let's say EFR wants to do an actual interview again, or anything else.
Well, my Twitter would probably be the best place to contact me. I'm under the username VA Snapdragon like the flower. So that's probably the fastest way to contact me. Or my YouTube. And this is a really old name that I picked when I was like 14, so it's not pony related at all. But my YouTube is Emi, E-M-I, Chwan, C-H-W-A-N, and then 88. That's my YouTube. So if anybody wants to contact me for anything, those are the two things that I would be looking at the most.
Well, Meredith, I do thank you for being on our new podcast. It's not just about video games, as people can see. It is about the people behind it and what they do.
Well, thank you for having me.
Hopefully you become a little bit more famous, and I think we'll go out with your song again. I do love this. Good Night, Sweetheart is a good song.
Oh, yeah, I did that a long time ago.
I love it, and it's actually a really good song to go out on. So let's just go ahead and we'll wrap this up, and we'll have you on again sometime. Okay. Definitely. Probably sometime after Canterlot Gardens and towards
the madness.
after the madness and before finals.
Alrighty, that sounds good.
All right.
Blots out the empty night sky, where moonlight invites you for a sweet stay. Others come soon and the stars twinkling. They shine, they shine, they shine. And as you recline back on your sofa, rubbing your eyes, sleep begins to set in. Before you know it, the clock will strike 2 o'clock in the morning. The weight that begins to lean onto my shoulder is dearer to me every day. Even though time seems like it is shortening, I know these like everything to remain just the same. But even change can't stop us from watching. Even through quiet sleep, I turn and I think of you by my side. Good night, sweetheart. Nothing distracting, the day has turned off, so a calm feeling can wrap around me. Your feelings transmit to me in soft beats, healing, solving my fears. Fatigue captures us with its tight embrace. The busy world outside can't heal itself, so let us run to the safety of dreams. Tonight we will escape. Our hands clasped together, and from our fingertips we see spreading happiness. When the morning comes, I want to see just one thing: your bright smile shining on me. The full of our love, like stars gravity, keep shining through no matter what life brings. So we'll dance in our dreams, becoming one, and as we doze, I smile. Good night, sweetheart. Good night, my beautiful one. Good night, my heavenly one. Good night, you are my everything. Good night, good night, good night. We would like everything to remain just the same, but even change can't stop us from watching. Even through quiet sleep, I turn and I think of you by my side. The full of our love, like stars gravity, keep shining through no matter what life brings. So we'll dance in our dreams, becoming one, and as we doze, I smile. Good night, sweetheart.